Las
I'll be talking to that for about 20 minutes.
The Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals here. Kev, man, this game right here, what are some of your storylines that stand out about both of these teams that you can think of on top of your head?
Well, one, how lucky is it that the Raiders are there? Because they got dang lucky that they were even in the spot to get in there. Mm-hmm. And in the spot to get in there, and two, you knew they were going to run the clock out at the end of the game, and the Chargers coach is an idiot for calling a timeout. Dumb. So dumb. Like the clock was going to run out, dude. They were going to run it out. They were going to take the tie. Pittsburgh was going to be out. That's the reason I was mad at the coach for calling the timeout, because that means Pittsburgh got in, and I hate Pittsburgh. So I was like, God darn it. But no, the thing with the Raiders is they lucky to get there. So they're playing with house money right now, because they were like, they do guys that just show up and they're like, oh, we just glad to be here. So they're playing with house money, so they're going to be playing with nothing to lose. The Bengals, on the other hand, got hot. They got hot. Jamar Chase just came out of nowhere. He come from the preseason where he couldn't catch a cold or COVID, if you want to say that, since we're in this new age. He couldn't catch COVID. Now he catches everything, and he just goes nuts. So the Bengals look real good to me. Their defense has kind of picked up a little bit. So you got one team that's lucky to be there, and one team that was expected to be there, especially with the way they were playing.
Yeah, the Raiders too, especially with the luck as well. And they dealt with a lot of adversity this year. So, I mean, they could have afforded any time, with John Gruden and Henry Ruggs III. So, they fired the head coach for saying derogatory comments about the NFL. He's the NFLPA commissioner.
He's an idiot. They fired the coach for being an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, in short. I'm talking about D. Maurice.
Like we did. So, we fired our coach for being an idiot. They fired their coach for being an idiot. So
then Henry Ruggs III.
Oh yeah, that was
that was unfortunate tragedy, but listen, they had to cut him. But besides that, it's just. I give the Raiders a lot of credit, because they could have folded at any time with all this stuff that happened there, and they end up just pulling together and find a way to win. So,
and the Chargers are the ones that folded.
Yeah,
they had everything going for them, but the Chargers also had a lot of injuries and COVID stuff happen to their defense as well. That kind of set them back a little bit. A couple of games there, they were without Eckler, who's arguably their best offensive player besides their quarterback. Yeah. So it set them back when they got hit. They got hit at the wrong time with COVID. If it was at the beginning of the year, they could have maneuvered through it. But they needed those guys at the end of the year. And when those guys went out for those couple of games, they were screwed. Yeah, they couldn't do anything on offense.
Nah, and as Kevin mentioned about, the Bengals got hot. Well, Joe Burrow, the last two games, he threw 525 yards against the Ravens.
Ridiculous.
You just mentioned a lot of that went to Jamar Chase. And then also the Ravens, he also, and then against the Chiefs, he threw 446 yards. So this guy was just on a tear. And
it's ridiculous.
So the Bengals, who has been in the NFL gutter for a while, very happy for their fans to see their team at least be, a serious threat. There's not this one and done.
They the champs of the division.
Right, in a division that is definitely, a lot of people thought, well, Baltimore can come out of here, or maybe Pittsburgh can get hot. Cleveland's been, was good.
Baltimore got ate up with COVID and injuries. Cleveland got ate up with Baker Mayfield's shoulder exploded. Pittsburgh just lucky to be there with Ben Roethlisberger's old ass still playing quarterback.
So, yeah, there's plenty of storylines for the Bengals to get here, and that's a good thing about the NFL. Me and Kevin always mention about this, just the parity that you can see with stuff like this.
Except if you're my team. If you're my team, we don't have any parity. We just fucking suck.
Well, I did see a graphic, and this is going to make you feel good, actually, Kevin. Your team against my team, which is the Denver Broncos, y'all made the playoffs recently more than recently than not. So I saw a graphic like these are the teams that didn't make it, and I think the Broncos was the first one out. So the Broncos hasn't made the playoffs. Wow,
we made it in 2017.
Yeah,
but before that, it was 10 years.
Right? Yeah,
that
for sure. Yeah.
It was 2007 was the last one, and then 2017 was this one. At least we won a playoff game. Last time, because this game is between two teams that haven't won a playoff game in a very long time. The last time Cincinnati, I think, has won a playoff game is 1990.
Oh my goodness!
Time the Raiders have won a playoff game was the year they went to the Super Bowl and took on the Bucks. So 2002.
That's right. This is the Bengals that had Marvin Lewis and all those years, and they had great teams, but they could not win in the first round for nothing, playoffs, right?
They went to the playoffs like 5-6 years in a row and didn't win a playoff game.
That's right, dude. That is crazy. Damn, I'm still thinking like they made it to the playoffs before that, but
they just haven't won a game. They haven't won it, so something's got to give because one of these teams has to win this playoff game.
Exactly. So, Kevin also to mention the Raiders' rushing game is to keep an eye on. They had against Josh Jacobs is the catalyst for this, but they had 174 yards against the Chargers, whose defense is suspect. But then they had a good rushing attack against Denver, who they had 160 yards. So that's how they can keep going against Bengals and trying to slow down and play time possession clock here against the Bengals. That's probably a new way to neutralize that, correct? But as you say, you say good luck.
Good luck. It ain't going to happen. Bengals are going to get their first playoff win since 1990.
Hey, Kevin says, screw all the fluff. The Bengals will win. You know what?
Exactly.
The Bengals will win.
We could go into this all we want to. It's just the Bengals are better. So the Bengals they got their home game. The Raiders are coming in there just barely squeaking into it. Yeah, they're playing with house money, but I just don't think they got the weapons to deal with the Cincinnati Bengals.